guys, I know it's been quite a while since I posted a video on this channel. However, with a couple of things happening right now in the news, I thought that it would be a great time to sit down and have a little chat about Huntington's again. Now, since I did my last video, I've been taking a little bit of negative heat for it. Mind you, there's a lot of positivity and support coming out of that video, but there is also, of course, those who disapprove of decisions I have made in my life. So I have been hesitant on whether I wanted to address that, whether I wanted to start a new topic about it, and it's been on my mind to do just a video itself about judgment. People with Huntington's don't sit here and think, hey, you know what, I have a disease and I am just going to be as selfish as I can and ruin everybody else's life. That's not what we do. That is not even close to what we with Huntington's do in the run of a day. But apparently some people had to remind me on that last video that I did a while back. Somebody who couldn't finish watching the video tried to tell me I was naive, young, and had no idea what was coming in the future. And basically that I should have adopted to stop the progression of the disease into the next generation. You know, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. And she was expressing her opinion until you reach that point where it becomes unhealthy. You can have an opinion, you can state your opinion, but when you keep at somebody in an argument or like kind of standoffish conversation, that judgment turns from a simple opinion into kind of negativity and bullying. Like, I mean, there's only so much you can say before you can make a person feel upset about the fact they have this disease. So basically anyone who has Huntington's or who has a parent with Huntington's is at risk for Huntington's or has been genetically tested for Huntington's. Basically, what we need to do as a society or group of people is educate everybody else around us, because we are not here to be judged. We did not choose this. It's not like we colored our hair pink and went out into the world and then cried because somebody at the grocery store said it was a bad idea. No, we were not given the opportunity to say no to having this disease. And here's the thing. It doesn't matter at what point in your life you're at with the disease, you get judged. I don't know if I spoke about this in my last video, but I'm going to speak about it now. I was genetically tested at a young age because I wanted to be, because it was going to decide whether I had children or not. But I was young, and I was naive, and I was uneducated about life in general, not uneducated about Huntington's. And this is where whoever commented on my last video needs to take a minute, watch this one, and realize how much I actually know. Because I am not some uneducated twat sitting on YouTube saying, hey, I have Huntington's and I fucking had a kid because I'm selfish. No, that's not what's happening here. Whatever stage you're at, I'm sure you've experienced judgment, and I think that's something we need to talk about collectively. The couple of times that I've had judgment passed on me through my life already is kind of through medical professionals. You know, I had the genetic testing done at such a young age in 2007, 2008. Here we are like 10 years later. I do have a 6-year-old child, and some people are judgmental. Some people in the beginning were very judgmental about me knowing my results and still going ahead and having a family. And some people call me really selfish for doing that. And that is something that we, collectively as a society, those of us with this disease, have to start to stand up against, because the bullying is actually ridiculous. And I know I'm going to be taking some heat every time I post a video onto YouTube. People are going to watch, they are going to voice their opinion, and that's fine. But like I said, this one person in particular last time kind of irked me to the point where I could not be right. I did not get a say I could not defend myself. And the good, healthy thing about debate is that both sides have an equal chance to discuss and chat and talk and find resolution. When it becomes negative is when that other party says there is no resolution, I'm right, you're wrong, shut up, do this. And that's where our conversation actually got to. And that's what I felt was inappropriate about it. And I couldn't express that to her via the text and the comments, I just stopped. So that is why this video is about judgment and how much of it we take and how much of it we just have to brush off. You know, if somebody says to you, you should have had an abortion because you're carrying the Huntington's gene and you might pass it on. Somebody says to you, you should have adopted because you're stupid and now you're going to pass on this disease to the next generation. We have to brush that off and pretend we don't care. Because it's out of our control. People with opinions are out of our control. All we can do as a society and a group of people with this goddamn disease is stick together, talk to each other, and remind each other that we are still a person. We're still a person with rights. We're still a person who has feelings. We're still a person who needs things. We're still a person who has to live and work. And we're still a person who wants to have a family. We are still a person. And a lot of people seem to forget that. And this is the main message that I want to get out to any of you who are currently struggling with maybe some judgment, bullying, or even your own personal mental state right now. I mean, let me remind you, we deserve a life. And I don't want anyone out there telling you otherwise. I really don't. And I'm going to leave it at that. The other part of this video, of course, you know, I'm going to have to make something about the fact that in the first time in 50 years, apparently groundbreaking news has happened. Apparently, I mean, it depends on what headline you read, but apparently there is a possible treatment on the horizon for this disease. So if you look up the BBC headline 8 days ago, Huntington's breakthrough may stop disease. Okay, that's the very first one I saw on my Facebook, actually. It comes up, you can see right there. Nice photo with Peter, who has Huntington's, and his siblings. The lead line is, the defect that causes the neurodegenerative disease Huntington's has been corrected in patients for the first time. Now, this is due to an experimental drug being injected into the spinal fluid. And apparently this is safely lowering the protein levels in the brain. What does that mean exactly? This news has people convinced they're going to stop the disease. So, I mean, this is good news. Any breakthrough, anything that is worth saying breaking news after 50 years of nothing, this is good news. But are we jumping the gun? Can this be hope? Are there questions to be asked? Are there health risks we haven't figured out yet? There's a lot to this and behind this that I'm skeptical of, but at the same time, I want to be hopeful. And at the same time, I really do hope that this means that there is something coming in the way of treatment or possible cure. But anything that could successfully slow the disease or like halt it in its tracks, I'm game for. I would love to see a cure. I mean, don't get me wrong there. Would love it. But, you know, this is where the realistic side of me and the journalistic side of me comes in. And we have to say, yes, this is a breakthrough. Great. But realistically, we're going to like be 5 to 10 years out from this actually being tried on multiple, like a mass amount of human beings and, you know, clinical trials and this and that and get, you know, regulations. And we are a long ways out from all of us getting to try what this is. So I just want to touch base on that. I just mostly want to say that I'm excited that there is breaking news. It's rare. It's very rare in this community and about this disease. So the fact that there is breaking news, fabulous. That being said, this is probably a long enough video, and I really just wanted to tackle the two topics that I tackled. Judgment and the breakthrough news. That is good news, hopeful news, and hopefully something great comes out of it. So in closing, I just wanted to let people know who actually finish watching my videos. I'm not some idiot just sitting here with a disease posting YouTube videos. I am well educated, I'm a journalist, I do my research, and I am very familiar with every stage of this disease. Not just the beginning, not just the genetic testing, the very end, the middle, everything. I've seen it all, lived with it all, and I speak from the heart when I make these videos. And I assure you that I'm not young and naive at all. And so I want some credibility, you know, kind of to be instilled here, because I do not need any more judgment passed on me, because I want to speak openly about this topic, about this disease, and I want others to feel that they can do the same. I don't want people to go on YouTube and express if they're having a bad day and have some caretaker who happens to treat 1 or 2 people have an opinion and come on and bash you. I don't want to see that happen. I don't. It's not fair and it's unethical. And let me know in the comments below if you want to hear more videos. I mean, I've got topics beyond topics. We could talk for days. So if there's something that you want me to get out in the open that maybe you're too shy about, or you don't want to address yourself, tell me to do it and I will happily do that for you. For those of you who are not able to do so, or don't want to do so, or are too shy to do so, I'm here for you to have a place to comment. You can also email me and we can chat anytime you feel like you want to chat. And just basically, I am publicly saying that I am here for you if you need me. So with that said, like, subscribe, comment, and share this video if it's something worth sharing. I appreciate your time today, and until next time, like my kid would say, peace out.